Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today I just wanted to give you a quick update on my temperate bog. Normally in this area it's extremely rainy, but we have had a profound dry spell. So I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what I do when that happens. Most of this summer and all of this spring I haven't had to water this garden at all. If you're new here, this is a bog garden that I built that is all seasons out of this Bradley sink, which is an old foot pedal sink from an industrial spot. I built a PVC lattice that was drilled in the bottom with this spout here that I can water it, and this allows me to water it from the bottom up. This sink is lined with pond liner to allow for overflow, and it's a mix of both peat and sand for the substrate, and then it's capped with a bunch of live sphagnum and various other mosses that I've collected. And it's planted with a whole bunch of pitcher plants, Venus flytraps, and various sundews, as well as a bunch of bog violets and bog orchids. And it's been extremely successful, but I can tell that it's getting too dry for it, because if you look closely, you can see that the sphagnum is very golden in color instead of bright green. Now I do collect rainwater from my gutters on the greenhouse here into a couple 100-gallon tote, so that I have water that is good for these guys available. You see, they need water with basically just pure water. RO water works, distilled water works, but the easiest thing for me to do is to capture rainwater in order to be able to give these guys that really nutrient poor water that they require, as all of their nutrition comes from eating bugs. As you can see, this whole garden is still flowering. Everything is doing super well, and really the growth that they've put on is pretty astounding to me. This is the second year for this garden. I think next year it's going to be absolutely bonkers, and I actually have a second bog that I want to build for you guys. You see, I've accumulated quite a few more carnivorous plants. So I think I'm going to do sort of a patio bog to show you guys in the spring. Which would be out of one of these sort of resin whiskey barrels. Very easy to do, very duplicable, and really I think will be a cool feature to add to my assortment of plants and tubs on my deck and yard. Anyway, each season brings new obstacles with my summer tubbing, my gardening, my patio ponds, and the fish room. And this dry spell is just one of those. Luckily, I planned ahead and have plenty of rainwater so that I can continue to hydrate these guys to preserve the species. Let me know what unique obstacles you guys deal with in your area down in the comments section. I did want to give you a quick update as well on the carnivorous plants that are over in my tubs. This works, again, because the water in my tubs is almost exclusively rainwater, and you can see a scarlet bell pitcher plant here that is doing absolutely fantastically. And then I have a bug bat hybrid in there, some of which is doing awesome, some of which not so much. And I think that's partially because this tub has been using more water than the others, probably because of the waterfall feature. So I've had to top off with hose water, and my hose water is on the cusp of having too many nutrients for the carnivorous plants, but you can see most of them are doing pretty well. There's also scarlet bell in there. So if I was being a good carnivorous plant keeper, I would come in and trim off these ones that are mostly dead, just because they're not providing any nutrition to the rest of the plant. So maybe we'll do that here this week. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing an update on all my carnivorous plants that I keep outside, and stay tuned for the next video.